Now that Ryan is gone, you can go ahead and start moving out.
Lori, what are you talking about? Ryan's funeral was just yesterday. I don't think I can even have this talk with you right now.
And just how long are you going to be moping around, huh? It isn't like that is going to bring him back from the dead or anything.
But you must understand how I feel. After all, your husband passed away and left you alone too, right?
Oh, him. Yeah, I was actually super happy when he kicked the bucket. Not having to take care of that old bag of bones anymore was one of the best things that could have happened to me.
I don't believe you. That can't be true. Besides, you just moved into the house that Ryan and I bought. I thought that we were going to be living together.
Well, you sure were wrong about that, weren't you? Now hurry up and pack your things. I want you out of the house as soon as possible.
I don't understand. Just what do you mean when you say you want me out of the house?
I mean that as Ryan's mother, his house is rightfully my property.
That isn't right. It's our house that we bought together as husband and wife.
Well, Francine said that she is also going to be moving in, and I can't wait for her too. So we need the space.
Wait, Francine is going to be moving in as well?
That's right. We decided that there is no use paying for my place anymore if we have a brand new house already paid for. Obviously, Ryan would have wanted us to have a place to live after he died.
I don't understand, though. The house is big enough for all three of us to live in comfortably. Can't we all just live together?
What are you talking about? Why would I want to live with someone like you? You're nothing to me with my son gone.
But this is the only place I have to live.
No. Franny and I want to live on our own, and we don't want any outsiders bothering us. We don't want to have to deal with someone else's schedule or comings and goings. Stop being so selfish right now.
But I'm not. I'm offering to let you two come and live with me. I don't understand what is so wrong about that.
I don't care what kind of charity you think you're giving us, but the fact is that we just don't want to live with you.
But what did I do? I don't know what I've done to make you dislike me this much.
I don't need to justify myself to someone like you. Do you understand me? Anyways, the movers are going to be arriving in the afternoon, so make sure you have your bags ready by then.
Wait, you want me to move out of the house by today?
That's right. And I expect you to leave us a hot meal ready on the stove when you leave, too.
This is just getting ridiculous.
You know, this is what I dislike about you the most. You have to complain and moan about every single little thing.
I wasn't trying to do that. I'm sorry.
Anyways, if you really think that you can't move everything out by the end of the day, then at least pack the bare minimum and come back for the rest of your stuff later.
This is all way too sudden. I can't just pack up and leave my own home.
If you don't do as I ask, then I am not even going to bother building a headstone for Ryan. He'll just go in an unmarked grave somewhere.
You can't be serious. You would really do that to your own son?
I would. Unless you do as I say and leave the house right now.
Okay, I understand. I guess I really don't have any other choice but to do that. My name is Tammy and I am 30 years old. 2 years ago, I married my husband. Or should I say, late husband, Ryan. 6 months ago, we discovered that he had cancer. The doctor said that it was surprisingly advanced. It all happened so quickly that I didn't even have time to get ready. It feels like it wasn't even that long ago that we decided to start a garden and try growing our own vegetables. We had so many other plans. We'd even almost finished decorating the room where our kids would sleep one day. But he passed before we could have any. Still, after his passing, I had no idea that his mother Lori and his sister Francine had such strong feelings of dislike for me. At the funeral, they didn't seem to cry or anything. They were just playing host to all of their relatives. I really didn't know what to think when they demanded my house after that. But then, sure enough, They showed up in the afternoon with a moving truck full of their things. Tammy, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be taking this necklace that I saw in the pink jewelry box. It's mine now. Oh, no, I must have forgotten that in the rush to move out. Please don't touch that. Just leave it where it is. No way! I already said that it's mine. Besides, it looks really expensive. Maybe I can sell it and get some cash. Please don't do that. It was the first gift that Ryan ever bought me. You have no idea how much it means to me. Just how long are you going to hang on to the past like this, huh? I mean, keeping something like this isn't going to help you get over Ryan. Why don't you just move on and marry someone else? How could you even say something like that? He just died, and you think I could even think about doing something like that? Oh, by the way, I was just curious. Where are you staying now that we've taken over your house? I'm staying with some friends right now. Oops. I guess we should have given you a little more heads up about taking the house, huh? Oh well. Well, if you really feel bad about it, how about giving it back to me? Oh, yeah, no. That really isn't going to work for us. Sorry. Well, how is it? Are you at least finding yourselves comfortable? I don't really mean to compliment you here, but the sense of decor and furniture is just amazing. I mean, this feels like something out of a magazine. Thank you. I am really so glad that you're enjoying your time there. Well, the credit really goes to my mom. It was her idea to take over the house. She said that it was perfect since you two had already paid off everything, right? That's right. We were lucky enough to find a house that we could afford to buy outright. Wow, that is really just incredible. And in this market? But that was my brother, I guess. He did always make way too much money for his own good. Anyways, can you please just promise to not touch anything that I might have left in my room? Your mom said that I would be able to come back and get my things later. Aw, jeez. You should have told me that just a little bit sooner. It is a bit late for that now, though. What are you talking about? What have you done? Well, Mom is already laying out all of the stuff that you left behind here and choosing the things she wants to keep. Although, knowing her, half of this stuff will probably end up in the pawn shop so that she can make some cash. Are you serious? Would she really sell my things? Again, knowing her, she probably would. But don't worry. This necklace won't get sold because I'll be keeping it. It's all mine now. Wait, hold on for just a second. Please don't go through my room anymore. I have a lot of things that are really precious and valuable to me in there. I don't really see anything else in here that could be that valuable. But some of these clothes, I guess? Please just leave everything there, okay? I am begging you to please leave those be. Well, what about some of these stuffed animals? They look like they could be worth something. No, please don't. Whatever you do, do not touch those. I am being really serious right now. Oh, yuck! What the heck? This one looks like it could be a real animal. What is this? It's just made to look that way, okay? But can you please just leave it be and not touch anything else? No, this is too freaky. I don't want this in my house. I'm going to throw it away. No! You can't do that! Please don't throw it away. Anything but that. Well, I want to turn this whole room into a walk-in closet. I can't have your old crap just lying around here taking up space. I'll come over right now to pick everything up. Just please don't throw anything away. I'll take it all home with me, I promise. Well, I changed the lock, so I don't see how you think you're going to be getting in. You did what? Why would you do something like that? Hey, did you come over to our house while I was out? I had to come over and pick up some very important stuff that I had left there. But by the time I got to the house, it seemed like Franny had already thrown everything away. Everything I wanted was broken and unusable.
Oh, yes. She told me all about how you went into a panic over a stupid stuffed animal. Aren't you just a little too old to be playing with things like that?
But it's really important to me. You don't understand what it meant to me.
Well, I see that you are still hanging around our front door. Just what are you still doing here?
I'm just waiting for someone is all.
And just who would want to be seen in public with you? Huh? Is anyone even really coming?
Francine said you were going to try and sell my things without asking me first.
Well, you have so many nice clothes and expensive-looking bags. I am sure that they'll fetch a nice price.
Please don't touch those. So many of those were gifts from Ryan.
Well then, as his mother, I suppose I have just as much claim to them as you do then, don't I? Anyways, he is dead, and it isn't like he can do anything with these things anyways.
How could you say that about your own son? Don't you even care about what he would have wanted?
What he wanted? And just who do you think you are to tell his own mother that she doesn't know what her son would have wanted? Anyways, we're already done moving our things in, so I am the new owner of the house. It is as simple as that.
You really think that that makes you the new owner of the house?
Of course not. It's the fact that it was my son's house does. He died and I inherited all of his things. That would obviously include his house. This is just common sense.
But you realize it's my name on the deed, right? The house was always mine from the start.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to tell me this house didn't belong to Ryan?
That's right. I told him that I didn't want him to take on any debt or interest, so I paid for the house in full. Ryan was paying me back his half in bits with his salary.
Wait, so you paid for this whole house yourself? Where did you even get the money for that sort of thing?
But you've also completely misunderstood how inheritance law works.
What are you talking about? What did I get wrong?
Even if the house had been under Ryan's name, the only person who could inherit it would be me.
What kind of nonsense are you spouting now? Don't be ridiculous. You and Tim weren't even blood related. How could you get the house before me?
That's just how the law works. And had we had children, then his things would have been split between the kids and I. But you never had a right to any of his things.
But I'm his mother! That can't be right. I should have first say before all of you.
I'm sure you think that's true, but the law says otherwise.
But I don't understand. If your name is on the deed of the house, then why didn't you say anything to us before?
Well, you two are Ryan's family, and so I thought of you two as my family as well. If you two really wanted to live in this house so badly, I didn't think Ryan would want me to deny you two.
So then, we can have this house? Everything is fine.
No, everything is not fine.
What? You mean because we were rude to you?
Well, you may be surprised to hear this, but it was nothing to do with how you've talked to me. The truth is that I don't get the sense that either of you ever loved Ryan.
How could you even suggest something like that? Of course I loved him. He was my son.
You threatened to not even buy him a headstone if I didn't let you move in. And you're also thinking of selling things that have a sentimental value to both him and I.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Now I am only going to ask you this once. Get out of my house.
You have got to be joking me right now. I mean, you're just a housewife. Do you really expect me to believe that you bought this house? With what money, huh?
I actually own my own business making felt stuffed animals. I have been doing so ever since I was a teenager.
Felt stuffed animals? What are you even talking about?
I am talking about animals that I handcrafted with thread and needle. The one that Franny tossed out was just one example of my work.
Are you talking about that creepy realistic stuffed animal thing?
That's right. Actually, the ones that she threw away were projects that I were working on for clients. They send me photos of their late pets, and I create a stuffed toy that looks just like them.
And so, that's why they looked so creepy. Because they're supposed to be based off of real animals.
That's right. And for the large size, I usually charge about $3,000.
You charge how much? And you have people who will pay you for that.
Well, it takes a lot of time and hard work to get them just right for my customers. I also have a blog where I upload pictures of my work and reach new customers. That is how I make my money.
Well, then I don't get what the big deal is. I mean, if you have that much money, just go and buy another house and leave us alone. Besides, this house is way too big for just one person.
That's right. Even I noticed that. That's why I was okay letting you two live in there without me.
Wait. Some people just came to the door, didn't they? Who are you talking to now?
That would be my lawyer and a police officer.
What? What are they doing here? What is going on?
Well, you're stealing my things and illegally occupying my home. Those are both crimes.
What are you saying? I'm not committing any crime. This is ridiculous.
And my lawyer just came to show the police that the record of purchase for the house, which clearly shows my name on it.
Please don't do this. Surely we don't need to involve any police or lawyers. Can't we just talk all of this out?
What are you talking about? Do you really think that I am going to let you get away with selling all of my precious memories?
But I still have all the money from the things that I sold. I promise to give it all back if you just forgive me.
It isn't the money I want. It is all the precious memories that I have associated with all of the things that you sold. Those are things that no amount of money can ever buy.
No, this isn't right. We can still figure something out.
You have no idea just how upset you've gotten me. Ryan is barely even in the ground, but ever since he died, you have done nothing but heap more stress and guilt on me. I don't think I've ever been this angry before.
Okay, I get it. I understand. We'll leave your house. But just please tell the police officer to go away and forget all about this.
I will not be leaving this spot until I see you being taken away in handcuffs. So you might as well just give yourself up and not cause a scene.
But we're scared. We don't want to be arrested. I mean, Ryan is dead, and this is how you're going to treat his family. Can't we just make up and be friends? What if I tell my friends about your business? I know a lot of people who would love one of those toys.
I don't want you in my life, and I certainly don't need your help finding business for myself.
Please, can't we just talk? Just the two of us. I mean, we won't even have a home. And I've already quit my job because we had this place.
Well then, I guess you better start applying to some new ones then, huh? Because I am going to be suing you for all that you've done.
But I'm your mother-in-law. Would you really sue your own mother-in-law?
Oh, don't worry. You'll find out for yourself soon enough.
You're terrible. You're a monster. How could you do this?
And then I'm going to be selling that house. I don't even want to live there anymore after the way you've ruined it.
Well, if you're going to sell it anyways, then can't you just give it us? We need a place to live.
No. I am going to take that money and buy a house next to the ocean, just like Ryan always wanted.
What do you mean? He wanted a house near the ocean.
That's right. He told me that it was always his dream to have a house close enough to the ocean that he could see it.
He did always like the water, ever since he was just a little boy.
But he told me that the reason he would never do it is because you were getting old and he didn't want to be too far from you. So he chose to live close to you instead.
You mean, he did that for me?
And despite that, the only time that you would ever come over before he died was when you wanted money from him.
But he never once told me any of this. Why didn't he tell me?
He said that we would wait until you passed to move into his dream house. I didn't want to make you feel bad for the choices he'd made for you. But now that he's gone, I'm going to live by the ocean, just like he'd always wanted.
But you'll still give us money when we need it, right? Just like Ryan would have wanted.
Of course not. You have your Social Security and you'll find a job. I can't believe that you convinced Ryan to pay you $2,000 a month on top of all that. Just what were you using all that money for?
Well, you know how I like to gamble, don't you?
You used all of that money just to gamble?
I mean, there are certain tables that they won't let you sit at in the casino unless you're willing to put up a certain amount of money. I just wanted to feel like a high roller is all.
I don't believe this. If Ryan knew what you were spending all of his money on, well, I am just glad that he was spared this whole horrible episode.
Oh no! The doorbell just rang. Who is that? Is it you? Is it the cops?
Why don't you come outside and see for yourself?
No! Please! I don't want to be arrested. Please don't do this to me.
You're going to find out who it was one way or another. You might as well go in a dignified manner, no?
Please! I can't go to jail! Anything but jail! Please!
Lori and Francine finally agreed to come out the house without a fight. They were both arrested for trespassing and were made to hand over their receipts from the pawn shops. The total bill for selling or destroying my belongings amounted to $50,000. That price also included compensation to my clients, who were waiting on their stuffed animals. The two of them had to take out loans to pay all they owed back and are now living in a tiny apartment where they barely make ends meet. I heard that Lori still goes to the casino, hoping for a lucky break that will save her from all this. As for me, I moved to a quiet home in the seaside and spend my days with Ryan by my side. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.